Do you believe in climate science, or do you think that the scientists are just in it for the money?
It's just another scam to frighten everybody and make some money and make a few extra billionaires on the planet.
No, I believe they know what they're talking about. And yeah, I think in today's world it's very scary.
There could be money gains, but at the end of the day our planet's changing and there's proof that it is. So I mean, if they are making it up, they're doing a brilliant job.
Scientists don't always prove what their theses are. They're trying to make it sound spectacular and worthy of getting grants because that's how they finance their situations.
Look around. I'm not living in luxury. Many years ago, I used to have a proper job. I was a consultant. I worked in information security. That was a lot of fun. And I earned a lot more money then than I do now. And some of my friends who I still keep in touch with are in industry earning an awful lot more money than I am now.
So one thing that skeptics often say is that we get massive grants, right? So I recently, a few years ago, I had a £1 million grant to work in Peru on climate change. And people will say, well, you get all this money and no wonder you love climate change because you're making so much money from it. I can honestly say, like every other scientist, none of that money comes to me. We get it to pay for PhD students, it pays for travel out to Peru, it pays for a whole load of Peruvian scientists on short-term contracts to deliver that more work, to do more research, but absolutely none of it goes to the scientists. So we do bring in lots of money, all scientists do, in all fields. They absolutely make no money out of it at all. The idea that climate scientists can all be bought and herded in one direction is an idea put forward by people who've clearly never met scientists. Someone said, oh, you all think the same. I'm going, bloody hell, you think the arguments we have about... I'm an expert on rock glaciers. I won't bore you with details, but I have long arguments lasting literally months with scientists in Switzerland about rock glaciers. And he absolutely, completely disagrees with me, and I absolutely, completely disagree with him. There's enormous arguments across science, not just climate science, but in all sciences. The whole point of science is actually to essentially disagree with other people. And the best argument, the best idea wins. But you have to test it to destruction. So you're always arguing with other people, not in a nasty way, but saying, well, you've demonstrated that, but how do you know that happened? So you're always testing.
Academics, I would say almost universally, are not motivated by money. We don't do the work that we do for the income. I can't think of anything more important to do with my life, to think about how the Earth system is changing, what we're doing with that Earth system, but then also what we could be doing now to not just avoid catastrophe, but make a much better future for our kids and our descendants.
Climate scientists really aren't getting huge amounts of money for their research. Yes, some people definitely make money from the solutions of the climate crisis, but there are far more people doing all they can to really stop us from acting on it, and they're the ones raking in billions from the oil and gas industry.